Astrology, mysterious science of the stars, the science of life itself, a celestial science that weaves the fascinating stories of life. I'd like to tell you a story, the story of your life. At the time of your birth, the sun and other planets of our solar system were positioned in a definite pattern. And according to astrology, this pattern determined the individual characteristics that have formed your character and your personality. The real you, the one that others see. But do they really know you? For that matter, do you really know yourself? Are you by nature passive or resistive? A dreamer or a doer? A lover or a fighter? There are 12 basic signs of the zodiac, each having unique characteristics which can be modified by the time, date, and place of your birth. However, simply by knowing the month or 30-day period in which you were born, you can learn many important facts about yourself. So listen now for your opportunity to discover yourself. If you were born between March 21st and April 19th, you are an Aryan ruled by the fiery, energetic planet Mars. Aries people are many things: lovers, fighters, and doers. And in whatever they do, they're driven by a strong desire to be first. They're born extroverts with magnetic personalities. People are drawn to them because their enthusiasm for life is really inspiring. It's easy to be at ease with Aryans, for you'll always know where you stand and will admire the refreshing, honest, warm, open-hearted way they conduct themselves. If you are an Aries, action is your key word, for consciously or unconsciously, you're aware of your strength. This feeling of strength equips you with a built-in confidence. Feelings of inferiority common to some other signs have no place in your personality. Your basic approach to life in general is positive and direct. You are a real go-getter, and you seldom wait for things to come to you. For you, existence is action. You thrive on challenge and excitement. If it doesn't come your way, you'll seek it out, for you are truly the pioneer of the zodiac. As an Aryan, you have no fear. You plunge headfirst into anything that interests you. Rash, headstrong, impulsive, ambitious, and independent. But yet, life for you is mere existence, without love, affection, praise, and understanding. You have the ambition, mentality, and ability to reach the top, but it's a hollow victory unless your good fortune is shared and your efforts praised. This to you, Aries, is very important, for you love affection, and for you, there can never be too much of it. In affairs of the heart, and you Aryans have many before you settle down, you're adventuresome, impulsive, and eager. Both men and women of Aries are passionate and enthusiastic. Your love of adventure and intense desire to prove yourself are very evident. You love is one of the greatest adventures in life. When you're attracted to someone, it's no secret. You're definitely not the wallflower type playing the waiting game. You take a strong lead right from the start to win your heart's desire. You're in love, and why hide it, your strong basic honesty tells you. For the Aries man, this direct approach is perfect. Women of Aries learn early in life, or they should, to hold this aggressive urge in check, for their warmth and vivacious charm alone are magnetic enough. There is in the Aryan makeup, male and female, a simple, childlike honesty, refreshing, magnetic warmth that'll attract many friendships. However, the most lasting of these will probably be with signs who share your lust for living. Taurus, Gemini, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Pisces, and other Aryans. You may have difficulty with Cancer or Libra people who strike you as being too moody and indecisive, or Capricorn, who seem to be too conservative. All in all, Aries, you know where you're going, and you have the strength and energy to get there. And once you learn to curb the basic weakness of your sign, the impulsive tendency to hurry and be impatient, lasting happiness will be yours. Aries, learn to be more patient with everything and everyone. but most of all, yourself. If you were born between April 20th and May 20th, you are a member of the second sign of the zodiac, Taurus. Taurus people, like Aries, are strong-willed, and they too are to be classified as doers. But being of the earth sign family, they are slower to react, for they'll usually consider all the practical aspects of any situation before making a move. Taurus people are rarely impulsive or impatient. Their basic approach to life is reserved, refined, and yet persistent. They're practical, dependable, careful, and cautious, and possess a greater degree of determination than their easygoing manner would first suggest. Both men and women of Taurus are kind, courteous, sensible, and possess a serenity that makes them greatly admired. They're seldom given to anger, but should a Taurian lose his temper, watch out. However, this is the exception rather than the rule, because more than any other sign of the zodiac, Taurans possess the virtue of patience. They have a slow, deliberate, sincere approach to all they undertake in life. They feel that diligent application and hard work produce the best results, and they are patient to wait. As a Taurian, you have a wealth of personal charm, a kind, loving disposition, and according to astrology, your planetary ruler Venus often endows those of your sign with classic good looks. And then there's also a pleasant inconsistency in your basic nature. In addition to being a realist regarding responsibility, you have exquisite good taste and graciously respond to all forms of beauty. The tendency to be impulsive, common to other signs, is seldom a trait of Taurus. When you do think or act impulsively, it's usually a result of your secret emotional side giving in to your natural fondness for the good things in life. Then your basic, practical, earthy temperament must take a back seat, for Venus will naturally incline you to love and romance. And this is the one area of your life that you long to lose yourself emotionally, because buried deep within you there is smoldering passion. Your warm, affectionate, and loyal nature will find you in many courtships, not to imply you make a game of love. Quite the opposite is true. Both men and women of your sign long for marriage and the lasting beauty of domestic harmony. The one thing you must watch, Taurus, is being too stubborn. A common downfall in affairs of the heart is your unwillingness to take the initiative in a reconciliation. True and sincere love will give you the inspiration you must have to be happy in your life, so don't let false pride endanger what you desire most. Loyalty is a Taurus keyword, and this quality will attract many friendships, usually with people of Aries, Gemini, Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, and Pisces. Relationships with Libra, Sagittarius, and other Taurians will be somewhat neutral. Lasting friendships with Leos may be difficult, for they require more attention than you normally give, or with Aquarius, with whom you have little in common, or with Scorpios, who can be as fixed and as stubborn as you yourself. But maybe it's their unyielding nature that rubs you the wrong way. See this, it may be then easier for you to see that your own equally strong will can be a little hard to live with. Come on, Taurus, bend a little. If you were born between May 21st and June 21st, you were born under the dualistic sign of Gemini. As a Gemini, you're both a thinker and a doer. Your thoughts and actions are quicker than any other sign of the zodiac. The constant quest for knowledge is what keeps you on the move. A keen sense of perception, coupled with your amazing ability to analyze and instantly size up any situation, will find you way out in front in anything that you do. Ruled by the quick and restless planet Mercury, you're easily bored when things slow down. you seem to experience a sort of mental claustrophobia. When the challenge is gone, so are you. On the move again, continuing your search for new challenge and excitement. Your inquisitive mind is always in search of new ideas and information. You have a great thirst for knowledge, and your mental capacity is so vast that your adaptable and versatile nature can easily handle two major projects at the same time. Possibly, Gemini, this could be the secret to your success. Romantically speaking, your Gemini intellect prevails again, so you are refined in your love nature. In affairs of the heart, you usually succeed in winning the affections of the opposite sex, but your irresistible charm, coupled with a tendency to be fickle, will find you falling in and out of love many times in search of the ideal mate. Due to your emotional changeability, which you yourself rarely understand, you can be warm and affectionate one minute and then appear to be cold and cynical the next. Although you are without a doubt the most accurate critic of the zodiac, you seldom use this ability inwardly. When the object of your affection complains about your moodiness, you'll protest that you're misunderstood, and the affair will be over, unless your partner can learn to live with your changeability. If not, you would do well to recommence the search for your ideal romantic mate. Since you can't stand nagging, in all probability, your ideal partner will be one who doesn't complain, but will be fascinated by your vitality and lust for living, and will adore you for the exciting pace of life that you set. As in everything else, you're quick in securing the friendships of many. The people you attract admire your quick wit and winning charm. Life to you is rarely dull, for you find fun, pleasure, and new experiences in nearly every endeavor. This magnetic quality will draw many people to you, but you might be wise in associating with people of your compatible signs. Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Leo, Libra, and Aquarius. They seem to bring out the best in you. Your neutral signs are Scorpio and Capricorn. Your incompatible signs are Virgo, whom you usually find fussy and too exacting, and Sagittarius and other Geminis whose restlessness only intensifies your own, and Pisces, whose need for solitude is in sharp contrast with your strong desire to live life to the fullest, spreading your energies in a variety of places. In the final analysis, Gemini, the greatest lesson you must learn is to concentrate all of your energies in one direction. Once you've learned this, whatever you desire from life can be yours. Try it. It's easy. Easier for you, Gemini, than any other sign. If you were born between June 22nd and July 22nd, you were born under the sign of Cancer. Cancer people are very interesting. They never forget. They collect and hold on to anything that is part of the past. They'd rather be home than anywhere else, and yet they travel with ease. They love to be near the water. They prefer night to day, and they love to eat. They fear ridicule and despise criticism, but often their rarely understood, indirect approach to life brings just that. Then, when their overly sensitive feelings are hurt, they retreat into their shell. Cancer, you are a dreamer and a lover and a moody one. Your planetary ruler, the moon, is responsible for your ever-changing moods, and so for this reason, astrologers refer to those born of your sign as moon children. As a child of the moon, you're extremely sensitive, emotional, creative, warm-hearted, and generous. If you are a true child of the moon, life for you is very dull without love, for you have the most romantic, compassionate approach to life in the zodiac. In romance, you're tender and affectionate, refined and reserved. Love to you is something to be handled seriously. You're extremely sentimental, so it's very easy for you to be in love with love. But once you're truly in love, you're capable of loving deeply. You're one of the few people capable of loving on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level. Sometimes you can be blinded by love, idolizing someone so completely that you lose sight of reality. You also can be so devoted to your loved one that your deep-seated feeling of insecurity may start you wondering if your loyalty and devotion is being returned. If this happens, it's probably just your creative imagination working overtime. Try to be realistic then and avoid unreasonable jealousy, as it has a great tendency to upset your normal peace-loving composure. The height and depth of emotional extremes that you experience are known only to you. This, coupled with too much adaptability to people and places, will often sap your limited energies. Your most lasting friendships in life will probably be with those who share your warm, sensitive approach to life. Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, and Gemini. Your relationships with Sagittarius, Aquarius, and others of your sign will be neutral. Librans may strike you as too indecisive, Aries too direct, or Capricorn too practical. However, all who know you will say that yours is truly the open heart, but very few, if any, ever understand the activity of your mind. Your deeper emotions are kept to yourself and those close to you, and you rarely, if ever, offend anyone by coming on too strong. No, quite the reverse is true. If you do leave a bad impression, it's usually because you hold back. This will often make others uneasy in your presence. But unless you do open up and give of yourself, others will question the sincerity of your motives. Imagine anyone ever being suspicious of you. You who, if anything, are too much of a softie to ever be aggressive in thought or action, even when you should be. Come on, Cancer. Open up. Learn to be more expressive. Once you do, the respect and admiration you desire and deserve will be yours. Those born between July 23rd and August 22nd are born under the sign of Leo. Their planetary ruler is the Sun. Many words describe Leo people: magnetic, determined, vital, generous, dynamic, aggressive, and vibrant. Leo people, like their planetary ruler, the Sun, have bright, sunny dispositions. As a Leo, you have an abundance of personal magnetism. Those who know you will usually agree that you are the most popular in your crowd. This is the way you want it, because you need people around you to bring out the best in you. And you are at your best when you have a cause. You're sympathetic, sensitive, emotional, and kind-hearted. In fact, you have the biggest heart in the zodiac. It seems all who know you love and respect you for your tender, affectionate nature. You have excellent taste in almost everything. Discerning and aristocratic in a down-to-earth, good-natured way. Your personality has many facets, Leo. You have a fine sense of humor. You love to laugh, and when you do, you make others laugh. You love to be funny, and yet you have a marvelous flair for the serious and dramatic. In affairs of the heart, you are sincere, affectionate, passionate, and when you are really in love, you bubble over with enthusiastic praise for your mate. All the world loves a lover, and you're on top of your world when those in it love you. You see, Leo, with you it's love, first, last, and always. For love makes your world go round. When your love life runs smooth, you think your best, look your best, and feel your best. But when someone hurts you, you know that your life will never be the same. But that's where you're wrong. Because the same impulsiveness that got you interested before will prove again to be your salvation, and you'll live to love again. Because for you, Leo, living is loving. Leos have two basic needs in life. For the Leo man, it's to command and lead and to be loved and admired as a leader. For the Leo woman, it's to love and be loved. But you must be careful, for you sometimes love not wisely, but always well. Leo, you would be wise in associating with your compatible signs: Aries, Gemini, Cancer, Virgo, Libra, and Sagittarius. You're neutral with Leo, Capricorn, and Pisces. You may find Taurus unsympathetic, Scorpio cold and calculating, An Aquarius who doesn't share your sentimental approach to life may not hold your interest very long, because above all, it is the sentimental side of life that Leos live for. No one knows how to enjoy the special happy occasions more than you. Holidays, birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries are all so meaningful to you, whether in planning or looking back with fond, happy, warm memories of the rich, full moments that you shared with those close to you. Wherever you go in life and whatever you do, it's very evident that you're in love with life, and your enthusiasm is infectious. You have an abundance of fine qualities. Any one of these can make you extremely popular. But most of all, it's your big-hearted, jovial nature that'll attract many to you. And this is the one area where you're often hurt, because it's not natural for your sign to be a good judge of character. Because of this quality, you must make more of an effort to judge people for what they are and not what they say. Devoted to almost everything you undertake, with a great deal of artistic and literary taste, a highly developed intellect, and one of the best critics in the zodiac. If you were born between August 23rd and September 22nd, this description fits you, Virgo. As a Virgo, you're a very down-to-earth type person. Virgo people are very serious, practical, precise, responsible, and devoted. Being very thorough by nature, they'll always excel in the role of planning and organizing. Virgoans are charming and magnetic and enjoy socializing. Though this is not always the impression they give, because as a rule, they're rather quiet, having a tendency to hold their emotions in check until they become more sure of themselves. In any situation, their first thought is to do the most sensible thing, making a decision based on fact rather than emotion. Romantically speaking, you're very sensitive. Although quite reserved in expressing yourself in matters of affection, because of this quality, you may give the impression that you're afraid of love, when this is not the case at all. For you as a Virgo certainly know how to capture the interest of the opposite sex. Your cool, reserve, and detached attitude toward emotionalism lend an air of mystery to your personality, making you very desired and sought after. Although you are more of a thinker than a lover, your true sensitive nature comes out when the right one comes along. Then you can be tender, sympathetic, and devoted to your loved one. However, disillusionment in love will hurt you deeply, and you're not likely to get over it for some time. This because of your extreme sensitivity, which you hide so well. You also have a strange fear that you may be too fully understood, because you naturally think that others are as critical as you, and so to avoid criticism, you hold back. This is where you make your big mistake, Virgo. You must learn to loosen up and give of yourself. Once you do, genuine, lasting happiness in love can be yours. One of your greatest needs in life is to be useful, and this could make you vulnerable to people only too willing to take advantage of your willingness to serve. You might be wise in associating with your compatible signs, which are Taurus, Cancer, Leo, Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn, and other Virgos. Your neutral signs are Aries and Aquarius. Your incompatible signs are Gemini and Sagittarius, who strike you as being too nervous and flighty, and Pisces, whose fluctuating moods will often depress you. All in all, Virgo, your personality has many fine, steady qualities. You have a natural abundance of common sense, bright, honest, reliable, and responsible, a solid citizen and a clear thinker. And you are a born perfectionist. Whatever you do in life is meticulous. How strange it seems that this wonderful quality can endanger your happiness. But it can, Virgo. If your strong desire for perfection overrules your emotional side, you can become narrow and overly critical, projecting a negative attitude that'll drive others away from you. I know that's the last thing you really want to happen, because it's important for you to be useful and to serve a purpose and to be needed. You must know this about yourself, but others don't. Why? Well, because you give the impression you're above it all. Because you hold back, they think you don't care. Show them that you do. Come on, Virgo. Give a little. If you were born between September 23rd and October 22nd, you were born under the sign of Libra. Libra people are sensitive, pleasant, courteous, sympathetic, affectionate, and are usually very mild-mannered and gentle in their approach to life. Born with so many fine qualities, it's easy to understand why Libra people are often considered to be the most charming of the zodiac. Libra is an air sign, so its members are considered to be thinkers. The planet Venus also endows those of this sign with a strong desire to maintain peace and harmony in their lives, and so by nature they are lovers, but not fighters. As a Libran born under the sign of justice, you're keenly aware of balance and harmony in every department of your life. Instinctively, in your fair-minded way, you analyze and apply your keen intellect constantly to achieve the proper balance in all that affects you. It seems vitally important for you to right the wrongs of life by applying the standards of harmony and good taste. As a Libran, your qualities of refinement make you a connoisseur of the good life. All that is beautiful, artistic, and elegant will capture and hold your interest. You love music, the theater, travel, dancing, and all forms of social recreation. Without these things, life for you is dull, unless you respond to the fancies of your imagination, satisfying your artistic taste for the best in life. Your existence will be empty. It's very important for you, Libra, for you are truly a seeker of beauty. The Libran approach to love is a most interesting one, for you know and are keenly aware of all of the romantic aspects of love. In affairs of the heart, you seem aloof, but this is seldom the case, for behind your proud, composed exterior, your feelings are very much alive. Affectionate and considerate, you make a tender and gentle lover when your heart is given completely. However, in search for the right one to share your life with, you can be inconsistent, feeling strongly one moment, disinterested the next. But once truly and deeply in love, your Libran devotion remains constant. The qualities of charm and refinement you possess as a Libran are magnetic to people of Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Gemini, Leo, and Virgo. Your neutral signs are Taurus, Libra, and Pisces. The impulsiveness of Arians may upset your sensitivity. The many moods of Cancer hardly represent the balance you seek, and the practical, down-to-earth world of Capricorn is not in keeping with your desire to ignore the harsh realities of life. This seems to be the basic weakness of your sign, Libra, the inability to cope with unpleasantness. It seems you'll do anything to avoid a showdown, compromising when you shouldn't have to, or by procrastinating, hoping in your optimistic way tomorrow may bring a solution. Problems don't go away. They just have a habit of getting worse. Don't let your love of harmony make you indecisive. Take a firm stand the next time a situation won't respond to your Libran quality of proper balance. Don't weigh it, fight it. If you were born between October 23rd and November 21st, you were born under the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio people are reserved, determined, magnetic, and secretive, and often inclined to be suspicious or skeptical, and yet they make loyal, trustworthy, and devoted friends. Versatility is a Scorpio quality, and it seems no other sign has more natural potential for success than Scorpios. for they can be thinkers, doers, fighters, or lovers. But being of the emotional water sign family, they can be changeable in any of these areas due to their fluctuating moods. As a Scorpio, you have a subtle mind that's hard to influence. You can be impulsive and sarcastic when someone makes you mad, and yet you're capable of deep sympathy and philosophical insight because you truly understand the problems and difficulties of life. And you are determined, but when you see something out of place in your world, unlike Librans, whose love of harmony often makes for indecision, you let the chips fall where they may, acting immediately if you feel strongly about something. The lure of romance is strong for you. Your sign represents physical love, and you're attractive to the opposite sex. Scorpio women are very deep emotionally, with dramatic sex appeal. Men of Scorpio are lustful and magnetic, and when in love, you can be passionate, dynamic, and intense. In youth, there's a tendency to be dualistic in your basic love nature, but when you find your mate, the one of your dreams, you're devoted and will hold on for a lifetime. And this is fine, except that you can be so intense, you sometimes become overbearing in granting your affection, not realizing the best way to have your love returned is through compassion and understanding. You don't have to force yourself. People are drawn to you. In your love nature, you have a great tendency towards jealousy and can be very domineering. Try not to be so critical of those you love, for often you'll appear unfair because you seem to have two standards in life, one for the world and one for yourself. In love or friendship, the associations you keep the longest will probably be with Sagittarius, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Virgo, and Libra. Aries, Gemini, and others of your own sign probably won't hold your interest. You usually stay away from Aquarians because of their impersonal attitude, which often bewilders you. From Taurians because your own strong-willed nature is often in conflict with theirs, and you may not be involved with Leo people, for you feel they're too forward and outgoing. As a Scorpio, you're quick, shrewd, and very critical of everything around you. You have a penetrating mind and keen judgment. Your strong will and determination make you quite opinionated and very self-confident. The qualities of justice and sensible thinking are yours naturally, Scorpio. Use them wisely. Your temper and emotions need controlling for you to achieve the success you strongly desire in life. Often, you make life a real battle. Your fiercely passionate nature makes you such a fighter that too often you rebel strongly against all you believe is not right. But in the final analysis, Scorpio, what is right? You're so determined and unyielding, you can't see that what is right for you may be wrong for another. And so we have arrived at the basic weakness of your sign. Your weakness, Scorpio, ironically, is too much strength.
You were born between November 22nd and December 21st. You were born under the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarians are very determined people. They're proud, bold, courageous, extremely honest, firm, and very direct in their basic approach to life. Being of the fire sign family, they're born with a natural abundance of energy. So they are thinkers, doers, and fighters and set a fast pace of life. As a Sagittarian, you're happiest when you're completely independent. In your busy life, you'll be very productive. Time to you is extremely valuable, and you make excellent use of it. Being energetic and highly intellectual, you must be active constantly, both physically and mentally. Basically, you're very optimistic with a bright, happy, and humorous disposition. These qualities will make you very magnetic and sought after. 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 Make you very magnetic. Qualities will make you very magnetic and sought after as a friend. Your most lasting friendships will probably be with people born under the signs of Aries, Leo, Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Aquarius. Your neutral signs are Taurus and Cancer. You may experience difficulty in relationships with Pisces, whom you find often too moody, Gemini, who is often even more restless than yourself, and Virgo, who doesn't seem worldly enough. Close association with another Sagittarian may be trying because both of you can be brutally frank, and although you can dish it out, you find it hard to take without your feelings being hurt. This is true, isn't it, Sagittarius? In pursuit of love, your Sagittarian personality remains consistent. You're forthright and direct. And, as you may have learned by now, falling deeply and hopelessly in love isn't likely to happen to you. Although in romance you're daring and impulsive and greatly enjoy the social aspects of courtship, you'll give a great deal of thought before settling down. Strange as it seems, Sagittarius, there's a very real danger of discouraging the object of your affection by showing too much good common sense. Strong, powerful, romantic emotions wither easily when confronted by Sagittarians who, in their quest for maturity, take an overly frank Monday morning view of romance. As a Sagittarian, you are a true student of life, and it seems your thirst for knowledge is never satisfied. Maybe this is the reason why you spend a great deal of your time traveling. You like nothing better than getting away by yourself for a few days. Not to the big city, but to find solitude and honesty in the country, enjoying the simple beauty of nature. You see, you are a seeker of the truth. And Sagittarius, you are the lucky one of the zodiac. Jupiter, your ruling planet, is the planet of greater fortune and good luck. And all those who know you will often say that you get all the breaks. Jupiter also endows you with a good-natured disposition. But if you think that someone is trying to cross you, they'll soon find out that deep within you there's a core of hard, cold steel and a hair-trigger temper. Your feelings in this area are so rigid that this is often where the trouble starts, hence the downfall of many in your sign. You can be brutally frank and very cutting in your remarks to someone, and often through a complete misunderstanding. Later, when you realize this, it's usually too late to patch up a wounded friendship. Jupiter gives you the big breaks. Come on, Sagittarius, be big. Give others a break too, and yourself, by watching your quick temper. If you were born between December 22nd and January 19th, you were born under the sign of Capricorn, ruled by the planet Saturn. Capricorn people are serious, quiet, and thoughtful, and they possess great dignity and enjoy feelings of confidence in themselves. They are cautious, economical, and practical, and being of the Earth sign family, they act only after careful consideration. They're ambitious and can work hard and long on one project without becoming discouraged. They possess great abilities of practical planning and organizing. This, coupled with their determined, persistent nature and cautious, calculating mind, enables them to carry out any plan they conceive, seeing it through to a successful conclusion. As a Capricorn, you don't readily show your feelings or sympathy. You're self-willed and strong in purpose, ambitious, reserved, thoughtful, and secretive. Your basic disposition is quiet and cool, and sometimes despondent and changeable, yet you are always very determined. You'll take on many responsibilities early in life, for you desire power and often prove your worth because you possess great responsibility and early maturity. In love, you're intellectual rather than emotional, for although you can love deeply, you don't share your feelings easily and are hesitant before giving your love to someone. One reason is because you try to find someone to fit your high standards. You expect a great deal from people. If you would just remember that no one is perfect, you may save yourself much loneliness. Because you're not overly romantic by nature, you should learn to express yourself more in words. Even though you feel actions speak louder, remember, tender words and not loud actions go better with the language of love in affairs of the heart. As a Capricorn, you are a possessive lover. You can easily be hurt. Much of your hurt could be avoided if you try a little harder to convince your loved one of the deep, sincere affection you feel. Of all emotions, love is the most tender. Don't be afraid to let your heart speak. You'll probably be happiest in love and life with Aquarius, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Your neutral signs are Gemini, Leo, and your own sign of Capricorn. Arians may make you uneasy, for they seem too outspoken. Cancerians will seldom bring out the lighter side of your personality, so they may not appeal. Nor does your practical personality accept Librans, who seem too unwilling to accept the real and serious side of life that means so much to you. Though you are emotional, you keep your feelings to yourself. Once you learn to express them, Capricorn, you'll find a much happier and brighter life can be yours. As a Capricorn, you're often called the hardest worker in the zodiac. Security means a great deal to you, so often you may miss your share of fun in life by driving yourself toward materialistic goals of self-sufficiency. You have the qualities of being ambitious, definite in purpose, and your strong-willed nature make it possible to achieve anything you decide to do in your serious and practical way. Why not decide to do yourself a big favor? Loosen up and live a little. A happy life is just as real as a serious one. If you were born between January 20th and February 18th, you were born under the sign of Aquarius. Aquarians, being of the air sign family, are naturally thinkers. They also possess great determination, so they are to be considered doers. Aquarians are pleasant, patient, dignified, friendly, and possess a refined intellectual nature that seems to thrive on change. Uranus, the planet of sudden change and invention, is said to rule the sign of Aquarius. Astrologers call Uranus the planet of the future. As an Aquarian, you are the most progressive member of the zodiac. The future, not the past, is where you live. You love to concern yourself with all that is new and novel. To you, the past is over. You can't change it, so why bother it? You seem to have entered life for the purpose of making changes. Your existence is characterized by a series of changes. You tire quickly of the old, and you're receptive to all that is new. You love to travel, you're fond of art and music, and greatly enjoy all forms of social recreation. Women of Aquarius are discriminating, vivacious, and refined in appearance. Aquarius men are usually admired for their dignified manner. The Aquarian approach to life is intellectual and philosophical. You naturally possess excellent qualities of clear thought and good reasoning. You have an accurate memory. You're very capable of dealing with facts without your emotions becoming involved, which is a common downfall of many other signs. You love to work and apply yourself mentally. There is one thing you find intolerable, that's to be disturbed while you're involved in work or concentration. In affairs of the heart, you're attractive to the opposite sex, but it may take a few romantic experiences for you to understand what you expect from love. If you're typical of your sign, it may take a while for you to truly understand the depth of your emotions, because your basic approach to almost everything in life is intellectual. Usually you desire some mutual interest of mentality in your loved one who will not be just a clinging vine, since your need for freedom is so strong. But underneath your independent nature, you long to express yourself through emotion and passion. It just takes a very special someone who can appeal first mentally and then physically be your life's companion. Aquarius is the sign of unselfishness, and so for this reason, you are a great humanitarian, and those in need will always find you sympathetic and ready to help. This quality makes friendships come easy to you. You'll probably find your most compatible signs are Pisces, Aries, Gemini, Libra, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. Your neutral signs are Cancer, Virgo, and your own sign of Aquarius. In close association with people of Taurus, you may find them lacking in progressive ideas, Leos who thrive more on affection than you, and Scorpios whose apparent intensity and possessiveness may be too limiting for your independence. In thought and originality, you are far ahead of other people. You are a complete individual in every way, with an unusual and interesting personality. You have a streak of genius in you that yearns for expression and recognition, but you must learn to keep it under control, or it can express itself in the form of impatience and irritability. True, it's frustrating when you have new plans and ideas that seem better than the old, yet are not readily accepted by others who value tradition more than you. Don't let this get you down. Accept it, Aquarius. There are some things in life that you just can't change. If you were born between February 19th and March 20th, you are a Pisces. And as a Pisces, you are a lover in the most sensitive and tender way. Your basic nature is kind, trusting, passive, sympathetic, romantic, and dreamy. Yet you can be dualistic with other qualities not in keeping with your loving and understanding nature. This will often mystify your friends, but not more than it does you yourself. Affectionate and passionate, it seems that Pisceans were born for love. The women of Pisces, often the most feminine of all signs, spend a great deal of time in a world of romantic fantasy, just dreaming about love. Men of Pisces are able to take the initiative in securing real love more than the women of this sign, but the men too are often just as shy and sensitive. That's why it's very important for both members of this water sign to be with people who are considerate of their great sensitivity. Your most compatible signs will probably be with Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Your neutral signs are Leo and Libra. Your incompatible signs are Gemini, whose restlessness will tire you in close association, Virgo, whose stark world of reality is quite different than your own, and Sagittarius, whose direct approach to life is in sharp contrast with your world of fantasy and romantic illusion. As a Pisces, you constantly give of yourself, and you're equally demanding of those who receive your kind and understanding sympathy. Yours is not an easy personality for others to understand, but strangely enough, you have an amazing ability to understand others. Pisces, ruled by the mysterious planet Neptune, you are the 12th and the last sign of the zodiac, and sort of a summation of all that has come before you. Maybe this is why you're so perceptive and intuitive about life. In your mind, you can easily see what's wrong with the world, and your active imagination can produce some very practical solutions. Unfortunately, Pisces people seldom reach a position of power to effect major changes. This seems very unfair, doesn't it? You have the intellect of a leader, but the world wants you to be just a listener, which you usually accept as a permanent position. People with problems will always find you receptive and full of sympathy and good common sense advice for everyone but yourself. In regard to your own problems, you are a dreamer rather than a doer, dreaming your happy endings rather than taking the energy, which you never seem to have, to find the cause of whatever's disturbing you and resolving the problem. Since you possess a strong desire for harmony in your life, in meeting the demands of your environment, you'll often alter your thinking to fit a situation. This procedure, when followed too often, will only weaken your character. And so we have arrived at the basic weakness of your sign. Just as Aries' downfall, there's not knowing when to quit, you don't know when or where to start in asserting yourself. Look back, Pisces, at the unhappier moments you've experienced in your life. I think you'll find every time it was caused by your indecisive uncertainty. When opportunities were missed rather than face disappointment, you again retreated into your world of dreams. Come on, Pisces, life is real. Step out of that dream world. As a lover, you're a natural. Learn to be more of a fighter. Fight for what you believe in. Develop some self-confidence and believe in yourself. Then it won't be long before everyone else will too.